For over 1,000 years, Muslims have linked the Prophet Muhammad's night journey with the stone platform that houses the golden dome of the rock and the mosque at the southern end.
When you go up to the mosque, you leave all the noises and the crowds behind you. You come out to this wide open space filled with birds and trees. It's like you're in another world. Buildings in Jerusalem, the most beautiful to me is the Dome of the Rock. Is actually built over a rock, which we call Al-Sakhra, where we believe Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, rose to the heaven and led all the prophets in prayer.
Built 1,300 years ago, the Dome of the Rock is among the oldest Islamic monuments in the world. But why here, just above the Western Wall? What is it about this site that made it the gateway to God for Muslims? The oldest map of Jerusalem ever discovered shows that when the Muslims arrived as conquerors in the 7th century, they found a Christian city, dominated by the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It is said they were invited to pray inside the church, but asked instead to be taken to the top of the stone platform to look for their own place of worship. They found it abandoned, filled with rubbish. Only once they cleaned it did they uncover what they were searching for. The large outcrop of bedrock, the object at the center of Jerusalem's sacred stories. Today, the Dome of the Rock guards the ancient stone, where it is believed the Jebusites once worshipped, the temple stood, and the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven. Saturday before Easter, Orthodox Christians celebrate the resurrection of Jesus in the ceremony of the Holy Fire, one of the oldest rituals in Christianity. Jewish High Holy Days, Jews gather at the Western Wall for the priestly blessing, said to be the same blessing given by priests in the temple 3,000 years ago. In the final days of Ramadan, Muslims believe the sky opens up and all their prayers are answered.
City, I see Christians and Muslims, and I'm very curious about how do they see Jerusalem. And I also wonder if they're curious about my community, about my life.
Every religion has an assumption of one another. We think we're so different, but we have more in common than we realize.
We live in this small area, and I know we all love it. We all love Jerusalem. You know, I hope one day we can have the courage to meet the people who are living right next to us. Maybe not yet. Someday, yes.
Jews, Christians, and Muslims have often found themselves in conflict. Yet they share a heritage and a love for the land that nourished their beliefs. Nowhere is this more apparent than Jerusalem. This city on a hill binds together the hopes of the world.
We hope you enjoyed this OmniMax presentation. Please check around your seats for any personal belongings and exit up the stairs and through the doors at the rear of the theater. Thank you for visiting the Mugar Omni Theater.